The development of Russia's first domestically produced autonomous cluster installation, designed for aluminum metallization using vacuum deposition, began in the spring of 2026. This achievement marked a major step toward technological self-reliance. Using process nodes ranging from 180 to 90 nanometers, this sophisticated system, consisting of 8 modules, is designed to manufacture microchips on 200mm silicon wafers. The project represents a critical milestone, as the country has never before fully developed such equipment on its own. This initiative reflects a broader national strategy aimed at reducing dependence on foreign semiconductor manufacturing technologies. Historically, Russia has relied heavily on imported equipment from Western and Asian suppliers for key stages of chip fabrication. With a target completion date of September 2030, this effort signals a long-term commitment to strengthening domestic semiconductor capabilities. As Altitude Addicts observes, this move is not just technological, but deeply strategic in reshaping supply chain independence. Moving deeper into how this ecosystem is being built, 2 major institutions, NIITM and NIIME, are leading the development of this advanced metallization system. Both organizations have long-standing roles in Russia's semiconductor landscape and are central to its future direction. In 2025, NIIME achieved a significant breakthrough by completing the development and assembly of Russia's first cluster systems for plasma-enhanced chemical vapor deposition and plasma etching. These technologies are essential for modern semiconductor fabrication, enabling precise layer formation and accurate pattern transfer across wafers. At the same time, NIITM has built a highly skilled team specializing in cluster equipment design. The institute is responsible for design documentation, prototyping key subsystems, manufacturing the experimental system, and conducting preliminary testing. This coordinated effort highlights a deliberate push to establish a complete domestic semiconductor equipment ecosystem. Shifting focus to the system itself, the installation is built around a highly advanced modular architecture tailored for semiconductor fabrication demands. The system will include up to 8 process modules integrated into a unified cluster platform. These modules are connected through 2 distribution units separated by a buffer chamber, ensuring ultra-high vacuum conditions. Vacuum integrity plays a crucial role in thin film deposition processes. In vacuum deposition, materials are evaporated or sputtered in a controlled environment, allowing atoms to settle onto wafer surfaces and form ultra-pure, uniform thin films. The buffer chamber ensures consistency in film quality while minimizing contamination, which is essential for reliable chip performance. The system will also include 2 load lock chambers for wafer loading and unloading. These chambers allow wafers to enter and exit without disturbing the vacuum environment, improving efficiency and reducing contamination risks. As we move into automation, one of the most defining features of this installation is the integration of 2 robotic manipulators. These robots will transfer wafers between modules with high precision and speed, significantly increasing productivity. Modern semiconductor manufacturing demands automation because even microscopic contamination or misalignment can lead to defects. By removing manual handling, robotic systems improve efficiency, consistency, and yield. The dual robot configuration also ensures redundancy and operational continuity. Even if one robot undergoes maintenance, the system can continue functioning with minimal disruption. As highlighted by Altitude Addicts, this redundancy is critical for industrial-scale reliability where downtime can be extremely costly. Looking at flexibility, one of the most powerful advantages of this system is its modular design. The installation can be reconfigured or upgraded to meet evolving technological and production requirements. In an industry where standards change rapidly, this adaptability is vital. New modules can be added to support emerging materials or processes, while existing modules can be upgraded without replacing the entire system. The inclusion of duplicate modules further strengthens operational resilience. During maintenance, duplicate modules can continue processing wafers, ensuring uninterrupted production. This is particularly important in large-scale manufacturing environments where downtime translates directly into financial losses. Expanding into the broader strategic context, this metallization system is part of a larger government-backed push for import substitution in semiconductor equipment. In 2025, the Russian Ministry of Industry and Trade allocated nearly 7 billion rubles toward developing domestic microelectronics production tools. The goal is to create alternatives to advanced foreign systems, such as the Endura platform by Applied Materials and the cluster-line systems by Evitech. By building domestic equivalents, Russia aims to reduce risks linked to supply chain disruptions and geopolitical limitations. This effort is particularly important because, until recently, only a small fraction of semiconductor equipment used in Russia could be produced locally. Dependence on imports has long been viewed as a major vulnerability in the country's technological infrastructure. Turning to its practical relevance, although the target nodes of 180 to 90 nanometers are not cutting-edge globally, they remain highly important. These nodes are widely used in automotive systems, industrial electronics, telecommunications, smart cards, and defense applications. In many cases, advanced nodes are not required. Instead, industries prioritize reliability, durability, and long-term availability. Russian manufacturer Micron has historically focused on such nodes, producing chips for identification systems, payment technologies, and RFID applications. The ability to produce these chips entirely with domestic equipment would significantly boost resilience and reduce reliance on foreign suppliers. However, the road ahead is not without challenges. Semiconductor equipment development is highly complex and capital-intensive, requiring advanced materials, precision engineering, and specialized software. Global leaders in this field have decades of experience and well-established supply chains. Meanwhile, Russia's microelectronics sector still faces funding gaps and technological limitations. Despite ambitious goals to localize up to 70% of equipment production by 2030, achieving this will require sustained investment and strong coordination. As Altitude Addicts notes, success will depend not just on engineering, but on long-term industrial discipline. In conclusion, the development of this 8-module robotic cluster installation marks a defining moment in Russia's microelectronics journey. By combining modular architecture, advanced vacuum deposition, and robotic automation, the system is designed for both performance and resilience. The collaboration between NIITM and NIIME highlights the importance of institutional synergy in achieving complex technological goals. At the same time, strong government backing provides the foundation for long-term progress. As the project advances toward its 2030 completion target, it will serve as a crucial test of Russia's ability to build a self-sufficient semiconductor ecosystem. If successful, it could significantly reduce dependence on foreign technologies and strengthen the country's position in the global microelectronics landscape. If you liked the video, please subscribe, share, and like. Also, please take the membership of the channel to encourage us.